Hey guys, it's James here again. Sheep Life 24.7 down here at Elm Creek Dorpers. We let out our rams, our breeding rams today. I've been dry lotting them for a while, so you can tell they're finding a little bit of greenery here, and they're not really, well, they ain't even worried about hay or grain or nothing. We got some grain set out for them, and trying to get them, I want to make sure I get them good in condition before we get ready for our next breeding session. It's going to be a little while yet. I'm still waiting on a couple of ewes, and then we'll get them started here in a while probably, and we'll have them all separated. I got 3 different rams. We'll put some breeding groups together. I run them pretty heavy. I'll probably have about 40 in each breeding group. But last time I did that, I think I had a little over 40, and my 2 rams that I had before covered them in 30 days time. So, but it is kind of rough on them because when you have that many, they will lose a little weight. You really got to keep them conditioned the whole time to keep them healthy. But anyway, this is our new one over here where he hasn't, well, I say new one. We ran one group of breeding through him, and that's all. This is Cooper here. So he's only had one run with the ladies so far. Now we've had Buster here. Buster you got to be careful with a little bit. He got his name for a good reason. First day he was here, he busted my mom and knocked her over. So anyway, he became Buster, so we're kind of careful with it. Right now he's not worried about trying to do anything because he's too busy eating green grass, which he hadn't seen for a while. Then down over here we got Brady. Brady. He's busy, as you can tell. He's got a lot more wool on him. I was actually going to get rid of him this year because I'm trying to get a little bit better shedding pattern on him. But he still puts out good lambs, so I'm going to keep him one more season anyway before I get rid of him and replace him. But anyway, we got them set up down here. I'm going to show you. We got here's where we got our waters at. We just have a float operated water, and what we actually did, we just used the old mineral tubs. These are all old not mineral tubs, I'm sorry, protein tubs. We used to feed protein where they had access to them, and anyway, that's what that is. That's this old protein tub. After it was empty, we used it, put a float on it, and that keeps them supplied, and you don't need a lot of that. Even if you got regular use, usually just run one of them in the field, and it does pretty good. Now, I got a little bit of, we're feeding them grain here, these boys, and we have to tie these up a little bit because after they eat their grain, they get a little wild and knock the tubs all over the place, and we try to keep them right on the fence line because a lot of times I'm not the one feeding. If my parents are feeding, they're in their 80s. Well, they don't get in the field with them because they can be a little dangerous. They've hit us several times already, and we don't want nobody getting hurt. So we got a barrel full of grain over here, and they grab it, just feed right over the fence without ever having to get in the field. Same thing, we got a little hay, our hay feeder over here, and we just bring in some hay and throw it over the fence. Once again, don't have to get in the field because usually I'm mainly the one that gets in the field if something has to be done with them because I don't want nobody getting hurt. And we're about to bring, we don't have our dogs in here yet. We're going to go bring 2 dogs in here in a minute. But we've got everything set up. I think one of my previous videos, I showed a couple of the dog feeders we made, and this is one of them here. And like I said, it's portable. And these rods, we drive them down in the ground, a few inches, and that way when the sheep come and rub against them and all that, it doesn't move or anything. And like I said, it works good for us. I don't know, we've never had a problem with sheep trying to jump over these yet, and yet the dogs have easy access to get in there and eat all the time. And once again, we try to keep things simple around here, so we set us up a barrel that's full of dog food. So if we come by and our feeder's a little empty, we don't have to go back to the barn or nothing like that. We just dip it right out of here with the bucket, fill it up, and good to go again. So actually, it's everything's set up, ready to go, and like I said, they'll probably be in here for a good while. And unless this pasture starts growing up more, then I may take them to a smaller one and bring a bigger group in here. And but once we get into breeding, then we'll be separating them out, and we'll have 3 different breeding groups. Each one of the rams will go with his group, and we'll still have our lambs. And after a while, we're going to have to separate our lambs too, because I can get all the boys and the girls together. But on these Dorper breed, they can breed pretty early. I've heard times people say that as early as 4 months they can start breeding. On some of them. So you don't take no chances. We try to get them out there early, especially if they start showing activity, or they're out of there. But anyway, for right now, that's what we got going on, and till later.